Alrighty guys, today is going to be maybe a little quick video of me upgrading the NIC on this thing. I got a TP-Link 2.5 gigabit network adapter. I want to cut an upgrade onto my Synology NAS. So one thing about my NAS over here is I've been using just little SSDs, generic cheapo SSDs for storage. So they're in a sort of limbo because these SSDs are just very small capacity. I got them for cheap, but they do the job for now since they're only going to be using for cache purposes for me to move files in and out. But I do want to just get that speed up a little bit, just because these are supposedly just 1 gigabit speed, and I mean you could technically get like 4 gigabit out of these things, but you have to do either channels and bind them together. I just don't want to do that. So with that out of the way, I haven't looked at any instruction or anything about upgrading this NAS. So this is gonna be more like an exploratory video, I suppose. Just because, yeah, never actually open it. So I'm gonna quickly pop these screws out to see if how quickly I can get at the PCIe, and if it takes too long, I'll speed it up for you guys. But if not, it's gonna be just a running video for you guys. How does this thing open? Okay, that pops open. It's not that bad. So the way I slide this, that's not bad. Pretty simple. I do have a 2.5 gigabit NIC, and I also have a 10 gig NIC. I don't think these SSDs can saturate the 10 gig. I think I calculated up to, it can saturate maybe up to 5 gig. But I do have a 2.5 gig, so I'm just gonna utilize that. One thing to note, you might have to change out the brackets for these things, because you can see these are short stubby ones. So I'm gonna go and find my bracket. So which one of these will fit? I think that's for that one over here. So I haven't really done much of research on whether or not these this 2.5 gig NIC will actually work on this NAS. But I figure I'll give it a try anyways. Look, if it doesn't work, I'll probably look into maybe if there's any sort of driver I could download for Synology or anything like that, so I can get it to work. But for now, these brackets are exactly lining up. So these lights aren't out. There we go. Just need to kind of persuade it a little bit. looks like a pretty quick installation, to be honest. What are these things? Okay, that slides a little bit. The little cover comes out. And you take this 2.5. Try and pop it in there. Lowers. Screws on. Okay. Well, if this doesn't work, I'll show you guys maybe on my GUI interface to see why it doesn't work, or obviously if it doesn't work, it's probably because of the driver. But I figure I'll show you guys how quickly you can upgrade these things. But yeah, I do have an on-ray NAS, but I want something more I wouldn't say reliable, but every time I upgrade the on-ray the operating system, sometimes it breaks certain apps. So it's always gonna be a home lab sort of environment, where this Synology is gonna be more for production and more reliable. And I just figured, spend the money and not to risk of losing data or having times that you're gonna try to fight with on-ray sometimes for its Docker settings and stuff like that. And this is just works, right? It is just simple as that. So I'm gonna assemble this. I'm gonna fire it up, see if it actually sees my Synology at all in my network, and I'll be back. Alright, finally got the Synology boot up, and I did try a few things just to make sure everything's working. So as you can see, if I go to my networks and interface, and normally these ones came with 4 NICs, and I see a number 5 coming up. If you double click this, it will give you my speed. Currently is running at 1 gigabit, just because I'm using 1 gigabit connection on the switch side of things. I am going to move it to a 10 gigabit connection at some point. So yeah, so it's definitely working, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you really like the video, consider subscribing for the channel. Later.